All right, guys, today I'm going to show you how to make the name tag that we're going to 3D print. First, you're going to log into Onshape. So at this point, you've already created a username. You've gone through and registered with them. And now we're going to go sign. Once you get signed in, you'll see this page. This is all of your drawings. So create a new drawing. We're going to go up here to create a new document. I'm going to call this use your last name and then name tag. Say OK. So that brings us into a new workspace. As you can see here, we have our three different views. We have our front, our top, and our right side view. I'm going to select the front view to work in. It's highlighted that view, and then I want to go over here and view normal to that view. So it's going to turn it so I'm looking straight on at the front view. So now that I'm here, I'm going to start by creating a sketch. So we use sketches first, and then we will take and we will make that geometry into a solid model second. So I'm going to go up here to sketch. I'm going to start by sketching. You can do lines or rectangle. I'll use a line for this one. Okay, I'm going to make it just about a 3x1 rectangle. Again, you don't need to be super accurate right now because we're going to change and make it very accurate in a minute. Make sure your lines are horizontal and vertical as much as possible. I can go over here to my dimension tool, which is this tool right here. And once you just click on the line and drag it up, you don't want to click and hold and drag, just click, release, and drag your dimension up. It highlights that dimension. I'm going to type 3.0, makes that rectangle exactly 3 inches. Click on this line and drag it out. I want to make this exactly 1 inch, so I'm going to do 1.0. So I have a 3 inch by 1 inch rectangle. I'm going to put what we call a fillet on there. A fillet is an arc that, in this case, it's going to go 90 degrees. It is tangent to each of our lines here, and we're going to specify the radius of that. So I'm going to go up here to Sketch Fillet. And then what you do is you select the two entities, the two lines that you want the fillet to go in between. So I'm going to select line 1 and line 2. Once I've selected both lines, I am just clicking to make it show up, and it also trims the lines at the same time. So you can tell it that you don't want it to trim, but in this case we do. So click line 1, line 2, click in the middle, line 1, line 2. Okay, these are 1/4 inch fillets, radius fillets, so we can change those if we want, but I'm going to stick with a 1/4 inch on these. You're going to want to stick with a 1/4 inch as well because that's what the rubric is looking for. The last thing we're going to do on this sketch is add a circle over here, which is going to be the hole that we're going to put our key ring on. Okay, so we'll go over here to circle. I'm going to make this circle concentric with my arc, so they're sharing the same center point. So click, I'm going to drag it out, and then I'm going to type in 0.15, 150 thousandths, and hit enter. All right, that is our first sketch. So there's a couple different things we can do. We can start our second sketch and get our words that we want our name tag to say. But in this case, I'm going to extrude this and turn it into a solid model first. Okay, so I am done with sketch 1. I'm going to hit the check mark. And I'm going to go up here to extrude. Now I'm making a solid. Okay, so it says up here we want a solid. It wants me to select the face, and there's a couple other things we're going to do here. So I'm going to select this whole object as my base, as my object I'm going to extrude and make into a solid. I'm going to use blind. I'm going to go to a depth of 0.08. That's the thickness we want on the back plate that the names are going to be mounted to. And I want to make sure I extrude this in the correct direction. So I'm going to go up here to my my views. I'm going to put this in an isometric view. So now I can see which direction. So this is showing me that it wants to extrude it in a forward direction. I want to actually extrude this in a backwards direction and push it away. And so I'm going to just hit this reverse arrow here. And so this just brings it forward or backwards. Okay. Again, make sure you have 0.08, 80 thousandths as your thickness here, and hit OK. All right, so this is the plate, the back plate that we're going to use to adhere and to put our lettering on. Okay. Once you get to this point, you're in good shape. look for part 2 for adding those letters. Thanks for watching.